There's a 2.5 square mile neighborhood known as Bushwick. In the early 1900s, this was home to thousands of Irish, Italian, and German immigrants. The area was known for its posh main thoroughfare, Bushwick Avenue, and for its dozens of breweries. Today, Bushwick is better known for its noisy elevated trains that operate on Broadway and Myrtle Avenue, and for its many crowded shopping and residential areas. In the fire service, Bushwick has its place in New York City history for the heightened activity of the 1970s and early 80s. These were decades of great social and cultural change in this Brooklyn neighborhood. Fire, much of it of the arson-for-profit variety, was a daily spectacle. The word within the New York City Fire Department at the time was, "Bushwick is burning." The architecture of Bushwick presents a unique challenge to firefighters, perhaps in greater proportion than anywhere else in the city. While Bushwick Avenue has a number of brownstone private homes and a few small apartment buildings, the majority of the structures in the neighborhood are attached wood frame buildings of 3 and 4 stories. A top floor fire reaching the cockloft most often means extension to exposures on either side, and the likelihood of a multiple alarm fire. One of the several fire companies which provides protection in Bushwick is Ladder Company 124, better known on the job as the Tonka truck.
In the mid-70s, we were really in our heyday. Everybody was working all the time. Neighboring company 135, they were all at like a 4th alarm with us or something, and one of the guys turned around and said, "Everybody here is wiped out. You guys are indestructible. You're like Tonka truck."
The truck we're assigned is a 1985 Mack Tower ladder, 75 foot high. The truck has been in service here for 9 years. It's seen approximately 40,000 runs, and it's served us well. You know, the busiest year here was 1977. We had over 7,000 runs in 1 year, and we were the first #1 in the city that year.
While the rig and its nickname are well known in the annals of the FDNY, it's the men of the company that form the fabric of its reputation.
The guys here, they do their jobs. Everybody, when you have a fire, you see your OVM man coming through and meeting you, your roof man dropping down. Everybody goes exactly what they're supposed to do. Civilians think we're crazy, they don't know what we're doing, but everything works out good. The chauffeur does his, everybody does their part.
Well, right now I'm the chauffeur. I've been the chauffeur for the last 10 years. After it just moves along. When the senior guys retire or get promoted, the next chauffeur goes back into his spot. And you stay there until I retire and someone else goes into my spot. There's 4 chauffeurs on a qualified that are permanent chauffeurs at all time. But there are other chauffeurs in the company that back you up if you're not here. And if I go on vacation, there's one. You know, but I have my duties as a chauffeur at a fire, just like everybody at the can man and the OVM man and the roof man. Everybody has a job to do. We all do it like a grease wheel.
We go to a fire, and it's poetry in motion.
That particular job, I was a roof man. When we responded, we came down the block, we noticed a little smoke in the horizon. As we approached the building, we noticed it was a fire on the 1st floor. Seen a little smoke imminent. I got off, I quickly sized up the building. There were frame buildings, and I looked up and I seen that I had an access to get to the roof. So my job was to get up to the roof to vent the roof, the scuttle or skylight, and give my report to the chief of the fire.
It's kind of stabilized a little bit. There's some areas that are heavily drug infested, and those are still a little pretty lousy. But It's just it keeps us just enough on our toes here to not run us ragged, but to keep us going a fire here or there.
Fairly busy truck. Not the top 20, but just down from there. When we do go to work, we work for a long time. We usually get the good fires, an all-hands fire.
Of course, he loves it here. He's like, this is his chance to get away from the kids at home. He comes in here and watches the kids here.
The kids are all bigger than me now.
Yeah,
Kids.
Patty's been here 27 years or so, you know, and he's the glue that holds this place together.
Oh,
He really is.
he's in. That's very flattering coming from a Malloy boy.
When I first came here, I was the first probie here in about 11 or 12 years, so I didn't know really what to expect. It was a lot of pressure. I didn't know what I was doing, and the guys took me under their wings, especially Patty, and he taught me a lot of stuff real fast.
Well, I work with the best guys. I mean, I've seen guys come and go for the last 20 years, and it's hard to see them go. And it's good to see the guys get promoted and leave, and it's hard to see the guys retired, but they deserve it. But a lot of the guys, they're great people to work with. You look forward to come to work. When you lose that feeling, then it's no more fun. It's a dirty job, it's a hard job, it's a dangerous job. But we have a great bunch of guys here, and we get along great. And like I said, I look forward to coming to work. I've been here for 20 years, since probie school, and I've always had a great time here.
If the job wasn't fun, it wouldn't be worth it. But I feel I'm blessed. I enjoy the job. I work with good men, and after 25 years, it hasn't lost the thrill. I guess that's what makes firemen so special. The job is special to them, and it's reflected in everything they do. And I'll always be proud to be a New York City fireman, and we have memories that we'll never forget. Some of the best times of our lives were spent, either in the firehouse or on the field of battle, so to speak. And it's things that could never compare, and it's really hard to explain it. It's hard. People from other walks of life probably wouldn't understand it, but it's just the greatest job in the world. I mean that.
Okay. 206-271.